Happy Thursday. It's Theme Thursday, and I was thinking I would share some things about dogs and cats. That's the theme for this week. And I have little Gabriel here, and I thought it was kind of time to change him again because he hasn't been changed in quite some time. And here is little Charlie, and he's a lane sculpt and he needs to be changed also, so I thought this would be a perfect theme to dress him in. And I had a lot of fun this morning trying to find things related to dogs or cats, and I found that I had a lot more dog things. I don't have a lot of kitty things, but and also I wanted to talk about our little dog that passed away about 3 years ago, and he's still on my mind quite a bit, and so I thought I would dedicate this to our little dog Lucky. So while I'm chatting, I'll dress little Gabriel here. He needs to be changed, and I'll show you what he's gonna wear. He's the Paisley sculpt, and I got him for my birthday about 2 years ago. So he's a little over 2 years old, and his little face is just so sweet with his brown eyes, and he's got a very pale complexion, but I just fell in love with him when I saw him. I bought him through eBay, and I thought that the name Gabriel was just a perfect name for him. So I'll change him, and then I'll change little Charlie. And I found some really cute little stuffed animals here. My daughter always liked dogs when she was little, so I found a little brown dog. I'm not sure what type of dog he is, but I thought he was really cute. And this little one here, he's like a beagle, I think. And, it's a good thing I've kept some of my children's toys. I've thought about getting rid of things, and then I think, no, I am not going to get rid of any of their little toys yet. So she got this maybe when she was in 4th or 5th grade. She loved little dogs, and at the time we did not want a pet, and so she just kind of fell in love with this little dog, and she would play with it. And I don't know what brand he is, but I love his little face with his brown eyes. Anyway, and then I've got, let's see, what else did I find? I found this little dog, and he's like what is he? I'm not sure. Somebody can help me. It probably tells me right here. His name is Spunky, but it doesn't say what kind of dog he is. Huh. Not a golden retriever. He kind of has the face of a golden retriever, but I think he's a different kind of dog. So, but we know how special animals are to us. Many of us in the community have pets, dogs and cats, and we know that they really mean a lot to us in our lives. And so when my daughter was about 12 years old, we finally decided it was time to get a little dog or cat. We realize animals take a lot of responsibility, and if you want to go somewhere, you have to find somebody to take care of them. And so we decided it was time that she was old enough to be able to take care of a little dog. So we went to Humane Society. My daughter, even when she was 11 or 10, she said, "Mom and Dad, if we ever get a dog, I will not buy a dog anywhere but at the Humane Society." And we thought she was, we thought, what a big heart for a child to think that way. And, a lot of Humane Societies have have an overpopulation of homeless dogs and cats. And we went with her wishes, and we decided to get a little dog. So when she turned 12, my husband took her to the Humane Society. Or actually, my mom and I went to Humane Society with Elizabeth, and she found the perfect dog that we couldn't have I mean, he was just so loving and kind of a poodle mix. He was considered a mutt. And, you know, we spent an hour or two just looking around. And we went to Humane Society, and Elizabeth picked out this dog. She really loved this dog. And, of course, we didn't tell her that she was going to get it for her birthday. We were just kind of looking around and you know, we wanted it to be a total surprise. Well, on her birthday, my husband wrapped up a leash for her. She opened this gift, and it was a leash. And my daughter just was thrilled. She was just like so happy that she was finally going to get a little dog that she had always dreamed of. And so then we went back to Humane Society, and she still wanted Lucky, or the little poodle mix. I wanted to show you the little outfit that little Gabriel is wearing. It looks like he's got long ears, little beige looking dog, and he's wearing a striped shirt with blue and brown stripes. And I really like the colors. I think look really cute on him with the blue and the brown. So, and it is getting kind of cool here. It's feeling more fall-like. We might get a little bit of, somebody said we were going to get weather in the 80s, temperatures in the 80s next week. So we'll have to see if that's really true. But we do tend to you know, the falls sometimes tend to be hot again, which I don't mind. I don't mind the heat. So anyway, my daughter, we went to Humane Society, and she fell in love with this little dog, Lucky. I'm getting off tangent here, but so I wanted to show you the little dog that she picked. And of course, I covered my daughter's face for privacy reasons, but this is Lucky. He's a little sweetheart. And this is her graduation picture from high school, which was in 2008 that she graduated. But he was the most loving dog. And that day was so hot outside. I still remember it was like 90 out. And of course, when you arrange to have your picture taken for high school, you have to plan like 3 months ahead to make the appointment. And I asked the photographer, she was really sweet. I said, is it okay if Elizabeth gets a picture taken with her dog? And she said, yeah, you can bring them and we'll take a picture of the two of them. So I just love that picture of her with Lucky. So that was Lucky, the one that she picked on her birthday. And he lived a very long life. He was about 17 years old, and then he started having a lot of health issues, and we just decided we didn't want him suffering. I had talked to my kids about it, and I said, you know, when the time comes, do you want us to call you ahead of time or whatever? And they were very understanding. They said, Mom, when you decide it's time for that Lucky, you know, that you don't want Lucky to be suffering anymore and that he can go to doggy heaven, just you need to make the decision, you know, whatever decision you make, we'll respect your wishes. But of course I wanted my kids to kind of be in it, because I thought if I do something and then they would get upset or something, I didn't want them to be that way. So yeah, the day came when we had to take Lucky in, and that was about 3 years ago. And I still miss him very much. But I have a lot of fond memories of our dog Lucky. I guess I think of all the happy times we had with him, and that makes me happy, you know, just remembering all the good times. And he really was, he had the best home possible that he could have had. We would even take him to South Dakota to visit my in-laws. He was really good about traveling in the car. It was like an 8-hour trip, and he at the beginning when we'd get him in the car, he got very antsy. But then after we had driven maybe an hour or so, he knew that we were going to be going for a long trip. And he would just kind of settle down and lay down on my lap. And he knew that we were going to be going to South Dakota. I think dogs are very smart that way. And he knew where we were going. And he would just kind of settle down and go to sleep, which was a good thing because 8 hours is a long trip. But anyway, so I'm going to get little Charlie dressed here. Here's little Gabriel all dressed in his little doggy outfit. I love that little outfit on him. Yes, and here's a little puppy dog. I'll put him on his lap. There we go. There you go, Gabriel. So, and I wanted to show you after I get little Charlie dressed, I'll show you a special little thing that I made after Lucky was gone, that it really helped me deal with grieving and stuff, because I was really sad when he passed away. I was very sad. I had never experienced the passing of an animal where I was actually there until that time, so it was very difficult for me. I just had to really have a strong heart, and I prayed to God that night, and I asked him, I said, God, please help me making a decision. What should I do? And I think he really was listening, and when I came home, I felt very at peace with the decision I had made, and yeah, so I'm folding clothes here. Okay, I don't want this to be too long of a video. So I thought I'd put these on little Charlie. He hasn't been dressed in a long time. These were my son's when he was a newborn baby. Look at how tiny they are. They're like little booties. Of course, they have little bunnies on them, but we got that as a baby gift. And now he's 25, but so, and then I'm going to put this little crocheted hat on him. And little Gabriel. Yes, right, Gabriel. He's looking at the camera. Yes, you're a sweet boy. I love this sculpt. I love his little face, his little expression. I think he looks like he's having such a good sleep there. And then I found this little sleeper. It's like a little, what do they call these? Anyway, it's like a one-piece, looks like a little robe almost. I don't know what you call them. It'll come to me, but it's got little dogs on the bottom. Look at it. It's got 3 little dogs, little white dogs, and it's got a little bee flying around, and the little dogs are just having fun. This one is wagging its tail. So anyway, I thought I'd put that on. So I'm hoping everybody's doing well in the community, and I enjoy watching everybody's videos. It's a lot of fun. This hobby is a fun hobby, and we should all enjoy it. And just, yeah, that's, for me, whenever I make a video, it just brings me a lot of happiness. I love making videos. So, and I like whatever I am thinking of. That's what I like to share. I'm very, yeah, sometimes thoughts come into my mind, and I just love to share things. So, but here's little Charlie getting all dressed. Right, Charlie? He's such a sweet boy. I better not wake him up because he had kind of a busy morning. He's been up all morning, and he's finally falling asleep. I had a hard time getting him to go to sleep. You know, some of you know how babies can be. They can be very unpredictable. But there's little Charlie. I love that name. My great-grandfather's name was Charlie, so that's how he got his name. But I'll put his little hat on because it's kind of cool out there. Right, Charlie? Just so he doesn't wake up. I love crocheted things. So I'll put his little booties on later after the video, otherwise this is going to get too long. So then I wanted to show you something special. I'm hoping this is going okay. All right. So this is what I made for Lucky. I wrote him a letter the day that we had to take him to the vet. And I wrote him a letter like I was really talking to him, and it really helped me with the grieving and stuff. And this is from the Humane Society where we got Lucky Dog. They sent us a really sweet card in memory of Lucky, and the money, some money was donated to the Humane Society in his name. And then my mom gave us a letter about Lucky, and oops, I don't want to cover the babies here. And so anyway, it really helped with grieving and stuff like that. So I wanted to share that. And thank you for joining me today. And remember, if you're ever thinking of getting a dog or a cat, the Humane Society, they have a lot of homeless pets. So please consider adopting from a Humane Society. So, but thank you for joining me, and I'll be back soon. Bye-bye.